Just sing your wild electric symphony when the silence starts to climb. Remember, you're a spark of the divine. She writes the truth in every line. Saves the pain and makes it shine. Once I tried to call her flame. She was born to in a cozy little room with sunlight streaming in. Jack the big red dog curls up with his best friend. Cat's got a sketch pad. Jack's tail thumbs for glee. Dreaming of adventures and how the world could be. They're singing love and forgiveness hand in paw. Cleaning up the planet with the natural law. Magnetic north, they hunt for gold. But it's kindness and hope that they truly hold. Yeah, Jack and Cat, hearts open wide, changing the world from the inside. No frills rolls up with a rough kind of grace, but his angels show love in every space. Tandra brings waves, her peace like the sea. Praveen, good morning. It's just love whispers, wake up, Jack, it's me. Hi, Natalie. Just a yogi smiles with the breath of the breeze, capturing nature's sense souls. Good morning, y'all. Friend unknown in a song they write, with laughter by day and starlight by night. They say love and forgiveness. Is it too loud? Turning the old into something. Magnetic north, they roll so far, but it's kindness and hope that their hearts are. Yeah, Jack and Cat, side by side, a love so strong, it can't hide. From city streets to mountain streams, they claim good deeds alike, living dreams. You like my pillow? Thanks, Praveen. It's shiny. Shiny things. Thanks, Praveen. Oh my gosh, Jeff, don't ever tell anybody I'm perfect. Oh, that's a lot to live up to, and I'm definitely not that. I love you, Praveen. Thank you, though. Okay, that's what we're doing. How are you, Praveen? I'm glad I got to see you so early. And I'm glad to see you, Natalie. Oh, your dog is cute. Thank you, Natalie. Praveen says I'm lucky to have Yogi, sir, and Auntie. They're blessings in my life. I think we're the lucky ones, Praveen. So I added songs to my playlist, but oh, they go all the way to the bottom. Interesting. We are one. 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 Oh, Shanti, oh, Shanti, Gabriel, hi. You like my dog?
That's sweet. He likes you. Good morning, Magnetic North Adventures. Lee from Magnetic North Adventures is saying hello to everyone. Oh, oh, get it. Goodness. Get it, Jack. Jack, it's a new day. Wake up. He's already been up running around. I'm good. Struggled with that, didn't I? I'm good. I think I lost my coffee. How about you, Lee? How are you? And Perfume? Praveen says Jack and Auntie come to India, but only in winters, November, December, and January. Summers here is 125 degrees Fahrenheit. Oh my gosh, we would melt. We love the heat, but we also love the heat when there's water close by. You didn't hear how I was? I'm okay. I'm still pretty tired. I need an easy day to come home and take a nap. That would be awesome. Maybe that could be today. Say we were only up a little bit extra because of the fireworks last night. Oh, Lee from Magnetic North says, just okay. Well, I hope your day improves vastly. Me too, and thank you so much. Natalie said, "How are you?" You've been listening. Now you know. What time do you go to work and get home? Well, I'm supposed to be there at 5 today. That's not happening. So I'll leave here about 5:30 to be at work at 6. Get home? I'll be home within 5 hours for a lunch with Jack. And then I have to go back for another couple of hours. So Sundays, if it wasn't a holiday weekend, I could get home by 2 and feel good about leaving the stores. But today I kind of had to hang out and kind of see how business is. Lisa's like, "Guess fireworks is a 4 to 8 hour thing." I think it's going to be just a couple more days. Natalie says, "I hear fireworks." Natalie says, "When you go to work, does Jack stay and sleep on your bed?" Sometimes he goes in his crate and sometimes I let him sleep on the bed. Sometimes I put him in the crate and I don't really lock it, but I make him lay down. So he'll lay down for a few minutes and then he'll push the door open and then get up on the bed while I'm gone. It's this deal we have. Hi to Candid Foodie. Praveen says, "We both are here, Jack and Auntie." Oh, that's great. Hi, guys. So you're with your wife now. Is that what you're saying, Praveen? Natalie says, "When do you have your days off from work?" Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Yes, we sleep together. Lee says, "Cat, sending big hugs and a lot of energy your way. Blessings for the day ahead." Thank you so much, Lee. Oh, the Candid Foodie. I forgot. Yes. Oh my gosh. I'm so glad to see you guys together. It's early in the morning. Forgive me. No issue. Thank you. Natalie says, "Jack is so cute." He is. He's a funny boy. Funny, funny. All right, socks. Here it is. I'm not even kind of close to haven't gotten ready yet. I don't know where the last hour went. I've been outside with Jack, just enjoying the almost peace. Natalie says, "I hear fireworks. I thought that was there won't be any more because the 4th of July is over." No, people, it's a big weekend, so at least around here. The Candid Foodie says, "That's why I came. Because, yes, Jack is very, very cute. Wanted to see Jack." Well, thank you for that. Lying on his belly. Good night, Jack. He's done. He's done with us for a little while, anyways. Praveen says, "Auntie, I miss your duty time live." I don't know what that is, my duty time. Natalie says, "I saw the new Jurassic World movie today. Was it good? Did you enjoy it? Would you recommend it? What would you give it from a 1 to 10? 10 being the best." Oh, the Candid Foodie says, we saw it yesterday. How did you like it, Natalie? Natalie says it was good. T-Rex in Jurassic World was weird and looking like Godzilla. Praveen says, yesterday we both saw. I think you all three saw. Lee says, I thought about one firework. It didn't happen. I also think of post-party cleanups, all the plastic and wood to pick up, bits of card too. Yeah, I know I was noticing that yesterday morning going to work all over the road. Natalie says, for me, maybe a 9 or a 10. Natalie says, hate me for this, but I don't really like movies. Oh, goodness, me neither. I can't sit still for a movie. There's always something to do, which is a lot of nothing. Oh, your work time life. I think about it, Praveen. It's just tricky. It's a delicate situation. Depends on the stores I'm in, the managers, how much attention they pay to me. Plus, my stand broke. I was really thinking about it, Praveen. But my stand, I love the stand. It's portable. And I was attaching it to my kayak. But this right here, it broke. It'll still bend down here, but it won't support. So when I'm watching something or talking to somebody, it goes. So that's my excuse for why I'm not going to do that right now. Although I probably could get away with a lot right now because we keep losing people. People don't want to work hard. I don't blame them at all. Hi, Lucy. Good morning. Natalie says it's 2:18 a.m. for me, but I'm not sleepy yet. Most likely stay up the whole night. Will you nap all day? I want to do that. I want to stay up all night. Ah, you're so funny, Praveen. I don't think it could repair. I don't know. I thought about it. Then I also thought it's only $15. Well, at least when I bought it, it was only 15 bucks. And I know, Lee. I know, but I have too much broken stuff around here. Lee says it's 8:19 a.m. here. And the Candid Foodie says, I see it's 12:49 p.m. here in India. My day is halfway over. Can I come be with you today? I'm just going to, what is it? Beam over? Ooh. Natalie is so right. Dogs are cute, are so cute in general, but they are like little kids. Absolutely. Don't tell Jack. I agree. Oh, I missed that, Praveen. Praveen says, Auntie, my wife is saying Auntie looks super gorgeous and voice melodious. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Lucy says, I want a black pug. Praveen says, I said my yogi sir is the smartest and fittest. I agree. Oh, Lucy, I love you so much. Lucy says MFS wants a black pug too. That could be our child. Crack me up. The Candid Foodie says, it was so nice to talk to you, Auntie. Looking forward to catching you live again. Me too. XOXO, lots of love to you too. I'm so glad you guys are together. That makes my heart happy. Praveen says, Auntie, also super gorgeous from heart. Thank you, Praveen. Do you guys ever go live together? That would be interesting. All right, let's see if we can turn you on the TV without Jack getting upset. Lee from Magnetic North says, I'm back on the cranberry juice for your kidney. I hope you find some healing. Praveen says, Auntie, you remember a few things are pending with you. I'm not sure what you're talking about, but I feel like that's true. Praveen says 7-Up bottle, Sprite, Dew. Auntie got it. 7-Up and Sprite. No, no, no. Lee says, thanks, Cat. Today is not a good one. My sciatica kicked in and kidney is bleeding me. Oh, I'm sorry. Lots of water too, not just the cranberry juice. You know. I was telling myself that this morning. I could really feel some improvement if I would drink some water. I know I'm running dehydrated. Headaches when I get up, muscle cramps. Stupid. Lee says we have 24-hour rainstorms today. It means by Friday I can mudlark again. And Lucy says, I'm trying to drink more water. I've been slacking so much on that for a long time now. You know, I heard you said you were drinking energy drinks. I'm the same. I'll take coffee and my big thermos of Crystal Light, and I'll still go for an energy drink first thing in the morning. And I'll be 2 coffees in before I go to work, at least 2. Lee, Lee says, I knew something was up. I hope headaches go fast. Yes, water very important to function. Praveen says, Auntie, catch you later. Bye bye, Auntie. Bye, Praveen. I love you and I love your wife, and I'm so happy you're spending time together. Now go do that. Lucy says, yes, I drink the competitors' drink all the time. I know it's not good, especially without drinking water. Same. Yeah, we do it to ourselves. I don't know why. Praveen says, bye, Lucy, ma'am. And Lee says, I'm guilty of energy drink. They get us, don't they? So I'm obviously going to have to make an age progressed Debbie. Lucy says later, Praveen. Okay, I'm going to sit down and actually do what I'm supposed to be doing. Lucy says later, Praveen and Fitty. If you haven't checked out the Candid Foodie, she is so cute and funny. She does some funny videos. Lucy says, don't mix energy drinks with booze. Bad idea. Well, you know, that's what we did. They've got, what's it called? Mountain Dew, hard Mountain Dew. That was a fiasco. I mean, they still sell it, but I think all of it is diet. I'm like, ooh, no. Lee says, I agree, Lucy. Just the competitor's drink for me. Y'all, I'm going to ban that word. I have a t-shirt that I had made for work. It says, I'd rather be a rock star than a monster, because our drinks are rock stars. And really, I'm not into the devil and numbers and all that stuff, but just look at their branding. Oh, you're hurting my heart. I just can't even speak those words. I heard Monster was up for grabs at one point and Pepsi didn't take it. But I don't know if that's true. That's just something I heard. Good morning, Maddie. It's not just the three claw marks. I mean, it actually says stuff on the back. He says that too can one so good and pretty. Lucy says hello, no frills. Everybody's saying hello back and forth. I love you guys. Good morning. How's it going, Maddie? Happy Sunday to you too. Maddie, you could say a little extra prayer for Lee at Magnetic North Adventures. His kidney's acting up a little bit. Did you? I'm glad to hear that, Lucy. Maddie says I'm good, thank you, Kat. I'm getting better. It was a rough start, but we're going. Lucy says I'm doing wonderful. I had a lovely chat with MFS last night. Was it on his live or were you guys talking behind the scenes? Lee says, let's face it, they can be addictive, but heck, if I'm going out of this world. Maddie says, bless you, Lee, brother. Get well soon. Thank you, Maddie. Talking in private. Oh, okay, cool. I like that. Lee says, thank you, Maddie. I'll be okay. We do know you're going to be okay, but we would like you to have some relief really quickly. Jakar says, so I'm new. Why is little Debbie on the wall? Why not? I love little Debbie. She's always around. Maddie says, I actually slept too long. And by the way, Jakar, welcome. Maddie says, I actually slept too long, 6 hours. I'm feeling tired. Normally I get less than 4. Oh, that's interesting. And Lucy says, prayers to you, Lee. Thank you, Lucy. Yep, and Lee says, Maddie, you must have needed it. And Lee says, Lucy, Cat, Maddie, thank you. What? What? Wait, Maddie says, I always feel tired if I get or muckle sleep. Is that a Scottish word I don't know? There's many. Lee says he's speaking Scottish. He's playing it up hard to confuse me. I wish I was good at accents. A Scottish accent is the way to go. Lisa's, I think I heard it before. Yeah, I knew this girl who could speak really good English, but if she wanted to, she'd reach into her Scottish bag, and not only was the accent so thick, it was the words, all the different words. You had no idea what she was talking about, but it was adorable. Maddie says local dialect, I suppose. Haha. Sometimes words slip into my text. I try not to. Lee says, Maddie, I love it. It teaches us things. Yeah, it makes me think a little bit. I'm like, if you're reading a chat, you try to sort out if there's a typo and say the correct thing. Muckle is much. Four is two. So I did not sleep or muckle. He says, I thought it was heard before when people talk of rain. Maybe because rain makes you sleepy. Rain will make you, or muckle, or muckle war. Well, now that I have my daddy here, I forgot I had this song. Maddie says it's a Drake morning here. I don't know if that's right. Lucy says, I've been showing more to MFS. I care as a friend. That's the key to his heart. I know I have to be patient, but there's a good chance he'll be my boyfriend if I do it like that. Maybe for me, that would fall into getting to know somebody really well. And that takes time. Lisa, same, Maddie, 24 hours of it. You know how, Lucy, you like somebody and everything's great, and all of a sudden you find out after a couple months you really didn't know them at all? So, if that's the way MFS is, it's smart because it gives you time to really see the person after a little bit of time. As we get comfortable and we let our walls down and we let our freak flag show. Some people's freak isn't for everybody. Maddie says, let me do my formalities. Hello, Nomad. Hi, Danny. Good morning. Lee says, yes, heat wave again. So I really enjoy the drizzle and rain and the idea of mudlarking on Friday. or in a couple days. I don't know what today is. Hello, nowhere to hide. He says, "Yay, nomad." Oh, there's cold as ice. Today's Sunday, but tomorrow's Friday. Lucy says, "I've been talking to him for so long already, but with him it takes longer. I know this. It's going to be up to him to ask me to be his girlfriend." Good. Soul to soul sends a heart. Lucy says, "Hello, Danny." Lucy says, "Soul to soul, you're cold as ice," and hello. And comment deleted sends some love. Thank you. Thank you so much, Maddie. Danny says, "I slept today and now I have to rush my morning routine to get to church." And you're laughing. Well, don't be late. um, Danny, I saw a video last night of, it was pelicans, or what? Yeah, it was pelicans, and they were picking on capybaras. There was a whole herd of capybaras, and the pelicans were pelicaning them. Lee says, "Nope, Cat, I'm on strict orders, rest, and so I will have to." Took me 30 minutes. No, I wasn't telling you to rush. I was telling Danny, who's running late for church. Don't rush, Lee. Danny said, "Poor capybaras." It was very interesting, the combination. Maddie says, "I sent to you, Danny, buddy." Danny says, "I appreciate you, Maddie." Lucy says, "I'm already subbed to Danny." Lee said it was hard work, but I needed to get things from the shop. Oh, your walk, that took a long time. Well, you're not feeling well, so understood. Yes, definitely rest. Drink your cranberry juice. Drink lots of water. Danny says, "Thank you, Lucy," and I subbed back to y'all. Y'all. That's my word. Maddie says, "Nice chill day. Going to do maintenance on my aquariums and family time with the kids." Um, I'm the biggest kid in this household. Lucy says, "Welcome, Danny," and Maddie says, "Cheers, Danny." Danny says, "We are family here." Maddie says, have you any plans today, Cat, or just chill time? Work. Work. I'm on a route today, so I'll be hanging out at Walmart most of my day. If you don't know how I feel about Walmart, my nickname for them is the Evil Empire. Lee says, I see. I have a problem. Only have one video left for this Wednesday. I was a month in advance before. Oh, well, you were building up for a trip and now you have some time to relax. Do you think that, Danny? Maddie says, oh, bless Cat. Lucy says, I went to Walmart yesterday. How was it? Was it busy? Was it like my Walmart yesterday? Best thing about my job in Walmart, I can walk out anytime. He says, I've no footage and haven't filmed in a long time. How about doing a compilation? Take a little bit of each of your trips and make it a long form. That's something you can do while you're relaxing. You don't have to go out and do anything. You just do highlights. Hi, Flora. Flora Indisa. I love her name. And Flora says hello to everyone. Danny says yes, and he's a great guy. I would date him. Well, you go ahead. He's free. But you have competition. MK really likes Yogi too. Manny says, what's work? I've been off 8 weeks, still 4 more to go before I can even think about going back to work. That's because you need to take care of yourself and get well first. Flora and Lee from Magnetic North Adventures are saying hello. Maddie says hello to Flora. Lucy says, just like the competitors drink, we like LOL, the evil empire. Yep. I used to work for Kmart. So, back in the day. Danny says, I mean, if I was a girl, well, no judgment here. Thank you for the like, Flora. Magnetic North Adventure says, sadly, on phone it's impossible, as once footage is uploaded, it's not possible to store on phone. And it has YouTube watermarks. The watermarks I don't think are a big deal, because I can do that. I purposely do that, the watermarks. And if I double up on watermarks, it doesn't show up in the video. Yeah, that's tough. You can't store anything on your phone. Well, Pooh, I don't know. You have all day to just dream up some ideas. You could video your the stuff you're going to be giving away. You could do teaser videos. Lucy says, wasn't too busy at Walmart when I went. A few makeup products. I'm a cosmetics girl. Lee says, I don't own a PC. It puts me off with watermarks as it distracts me. I have no backups of those accounts. All your work is gone. Same. I have no storage, so I'll lose everything. But I'm not even going to worry about it. I'm not going to think about those things. Flora, sending love. You guys, if you're not subscribed to Flora, check her out. I know she's always cooking. She's always live cooking. Very pleasant host. I enjoy her live streams. You think? Look at him. He turned his back on us. Jack is defo in chill mode. He, I guess I have to admit that he does get stressed out with the fireworks. I mean, he just goes out of his mind, barking, being excited, panting. So I brought him in the house and turned the TV up so he couldn't hear him as much. Lisa's giveaway was done a few days ago. It showed it on my live. Lucy says so cute. Well, I don't know. Maybe it is just a complete day of rest. Lee, I'm sorry. I'll stop trying to give you things to do. I don't have to find a solution for everybody's problem. I just want to. Soon I have a big giveaway coming up. I know you do when you talk about giving away a lot of the stuff you have now. That's just what I meant. Film all your treasures again. But we're not telling you what to do anymore. Danny says, do you know who Louis Capaldi is? I've heard the name, but I don't know why. So no. Tell me, who is he? Lee says, it's no problem at all, Kat. I don't see resting as a problem. I see it as a relief. No, I just meant I don't have any videos for the future issue you were talking about. Wow, Lee says the big giveaway. I remember hearing you say that a while ago. The big giveaway for 2,500 subs is $100. Danny, no, Danny, he's got his kidneys. He's got a kidney acting up. Danny wants to know if you're suffering from chronic fatigue syndrome. Lisa's videos will come after this rain. Yes, she'll be going mud barking. That's great. I don't have chronic fatigue syndrome either. I just like naps. I'm doing important work while I'm sleeping, so I have to do a lot of it. Lucy's sending in unicorn vibes. Thanks for that, Lucy. Lee says kidney problem, depression, yes, and also damaged muscle and foot. Anna Marie says, hi, Cat and Jack. So happy I could catch a live and drop a like. It is almost 4 a.m. for me, so I am headed to bed. So I probably won't be in very long. Well, thank you for coming in, Anna Marie. Good morning or good night. Soon to be good night. Hi, it's Mahira. Lee says, hi, Anna. Mahira says, although it's afternoon. Well, thank you for saying good morning for me and good afternoon for you, Mahira. Maddie says, hi to Annie. Lee says, good morning, Mahira. Danny says he is a very good singer, but he is really obese and not good looking. But he has A beautiful girlfriend shows that character can have an impact. Well, thanks for that. Um, I might have to check that out. Anna Marie says magnetic. Hello. Mahira says morning magnetic. And Anna says, hey Maddie. Danny says, I'm sorry to hear that magnetic. Okay, help me. I pronounce her name, the name a bit wrong. Lee from Magnetic North Adventure says, Danny, it's okay. It's like, okay, is that Ma Hira or is it May Hira? Silent H. The first one, Ma Hira. So the emphasis is on the Ma Hira. I'll still never get it right. I'm sorry. Lucy says, I see the energy inside MFS is so sweet, even though his height is 5'4". Oh, it's not a problem to me. I see the soul inside with very good, pure intentions. Lee from Magnetic North Adventure says, I'm not a negative person in most part. I just get on with things such as life. Yes, that's what I like about you. Mahira says, yes, yes. Maddie says, same, Lee. And it's Mahira says, hello, Danny. I am not even close to being ready. Lee says, yes, Maddie, it's all there is to do what we do best and give all we can. And Maddie says, I'm like Marmite Lee. Love me or hate me, no in between. Okay, I got an hour. I'm good. Lucy says, I'm 5'10", but I'm in a tall family. All the men in my family are over 6 foot. Me and my mom are under 6 foot. Lee says, bitter or sweet, it's all good. You're certainly loved, Maddie. Oh, absolutely. I don't know if I'm like that or not. I guess it's not my business. Yes, and Lee says, how's Chloe doing? It's Mahira. Says, does Jack sleep all the time? Yes. He's been up though. He stayed up a little bit last night, and then we've been up since 2. He was outside barking at cows for about 20 minutes. Maddie says Chloe is very sore. I let her sleep so she can rest. It's Mahira says, I have never seen a dog more silent than Jack. He's a good boy. He usually saves the noise for outside. Lucy says it's the Viking blood I have that makes us tall. And I'm in Minnesota. Lee says as long as she's on the mend, that's the main thing. May she heal fast and full. It's Mahira says, why is there a number 3 badge after my name? It's a YouTube thing. It's called Leaderboard. Click on the crown. If you click on the crown, it'll give you a little more information. Danny says, okay, y'all, I have to. I think he's got to go to church. Bye, Danny. Have a good day. See you later. It's Mahira says, how does that work? I mean, how I got number 3? Because you're chatting. If you completely stop chatting, eventually you'd lose it. Somebody else would get it. Aw, Danny, I love you too. Have a good day. What did Maddie? I miss how tall Maddie is or what he said because Lucy said, wow, that is tall, Maddie. Yogi says, I found that sometimes a cow needs a good barking at, keeps them on their toes. Well, their hoofs. Good morning, Yogi. Danny says, and everyone else too. We love you, Danny. Oh my gosh, my sister is 6'5". Wow. I have a nephew who's 6'8", and he's only, shoot, I don't even know. Not even 18 yet. Actually, I have 2. I have a second cousin and a nephew. It's Mahira. Says, okay, got it. Thank you for the information. You're welcome. There's nearly a foot difference between Maddie and his sister. Lucy says, I'm tiny compared to that. Yogi says, good morning to everyone. And look, there's Danny who's running late for church. It says, hi, Yogi. Yeah, Lisa's problems with being very tall is back problems. Wow, Maddie says my dad was 6'11". Wow. It's Mahira says, everyone is flexing their height. Me with 5'1". My daughter's not quite 5 foot. One of them. She says she's fun sized. Maddie says my brother is 6'9". Oh, Danny says to Yogi, I am sorry that I didn't come on your live, but there was an accident and I had to help. Well, it's definitely understandable, Danny. Just thank you for stopping and helping people. Yogi says, hi, Danny. Lee says, holy mackerel giant that is. And Yogi says, that's okay, Danny. Lee said, I'm 6'2", but maxed at 6'3". Oh, I didn't know you were that tall, Lee. It's Ma here. It said, someone took my number 3 position. That happens. And Danny says I'm 6'4". Wow, we do have a bunch of giants around here. Lisa, what height did you think, Cat? Maybe 5'11"? Where did that come from? I don't know. Danny says, okay, I am procrastinating. See y'all. Bye, Danny. Have a good day. Lee says, we, the BFG. All except for Tiny Mahira, who is our fun-sized friend. Lucy says, I'm only 5'10". Y'all are giants. Lee says, big, friendly giants. Yes, all except for it's Mahira who's peeking. Saying, maybe not all. Maddie says, I'm 5'10". I'm short. Well, you're tall too, Mahira. Cat, what's your height, please? What do you think? Ouch. Yogi says, I'm 6'2" on YouTube. Lee says 5'9". Maddie says 5'5". I am. It's Mahira says, Mahira says, I'm shortest here. I can even fit in the refrigerator if I try. Lucy says, I know Eric's height because he said it before. He has. Just saying, I know, LOL. I am exactly 5'3¾". It's Mahira. Have you tried getting into a refrigerator before? Is this how you know? He says, no way, camera makes you look taller than that. Lucy says you said you were 5'1" 5 minutes ago. No, that was it's Mahira. It's 5'1". It's Mahira says, but it's an average height here. No, my daughter is under 5 foot. One of them, my oldest. lie about my height, Lucy. I might lie about my weight. Even that, I don't even care anymore. Lisa, see how wrong we could be. Lesson: never judge a book by the cover and just accept. Right. Lisa, smash that like button. Oh, thank you for that, Lee. Lucy says, LOL, LOL. It's understandable not to be honest about weight. It's me. It's Mahira says, why is that cage beside the bed? Well, you know, Mahira, I was saying earlier, some people's freak is not for everyone. I'll let you decide what that cage is for. And I do not have one in my basement. Maddie says, it doesn't matter your height, Cat. You still have a huge heart and beautiful soul. I never had a problem with my height. I always wanted to be shorter because I always liked short boys. And Lucy, I love your height. Love, love, love. Lee says, weight in my mind, I'm over average. But soon when I cut certain drinks out, I'll lose that weight. It's Mahira says, I hope that cage is not for recently kidnapped newborn babies. Why would you go? That's very specific. Oh my goodness. That's way too much work. It's Mahira. Way too much work. It's Mahira said, it's a bad joke. Never mind. It's okay. I led you there. Lucy said, wish I was shorter though, like 5'6". That height sounds perfect. No, I think a tall, sexy redhead, that's a dream, Lucy. And your height, no matter what your weight, would automatically make you look thinner. You look tall and thin. Well, I didn't know tall. I just thought thin. You told me tall. Lee says, when I regain health, I'll be back out at the gym, build my arm muscles, and do 10-mile walks. Wow. Cat like shortcut. I'm really for you. No, not that short. Shirley says, Cat, you got any coffee ready? The microwave's calling me. Shirley, how are you? Good morning. Lucy says, Guys chase me all the time. Just look at Danny, lol. Lee says, hi, Shirley. Maddie says, Shirley, hearts, hearts, hearts. Thank you so much. Lee says, my role never chase, and if someone finds me, that's the battle over. Hi, Bubba. Hmm. Uh-oh. Lucy said he was asking how old I was, getting into my business of who I'm into yesterday, lol. I missed something. Dang it. Shirley says, I think I'm having computer trouble, so if I disappear, don't worry. Good morning, or whatever it is for you, North and Frills. It's Mahira says, Jack's not even moving. He is sleeping like he is just tired of building pyramids. You know, he gets it. We both love sleep and sleep really well mostly. And Lee dropped a link. And Lucy says, LOL, just saw what Eric wrote. Shirley says, thanks for making that easy for me, North. I need easy this morning. Aw. Lee from Magnetic North says, yes, it's morning here for me and no frills. Lee from Magnetic North Adventures says, you're very welcome, Shirley. Hope you're okay. I did. What is the link, though? Hang on a minute. I'm going to cough. Oh, it's Mr. Yogi's. Sorry. Is it that time? Sorry, I just got coffee. I got coffee on the brain. Thank you for that, Lee. Maddie says, I'm trying to build my TikTok channel as an aquarium channel only. How's it going for you? I've never even gone on TikTok. I just don't have interest. Good morning, Carl. How are you? I enjoyed your Happy Saturday video yesterday. Shelley says, I hope so too, North. I'm not going to ask myself until I get coffee in me. And Lucy sends unicorn vibes. Thanks, Lucy. Lee from Magnetic North Adventure says, good morning, Carl. Maddie says, I just started doing well. Oh, good. Maddie says, Carl, my friend. Carl says there was two, Cat. Are you saying you did two videos yesterday? Or there was two about something I said there wasn't? I don't know. Shirley says, Lucy, are you well and happy? Lee says, Maddie wishing every success on the TikTok. And it's Mahira sent an emoji, which I don't know. Lucy says, yes, very well and very happy. How about you, Shirley? Oh, Lee says the eye drops helped. No tired, sore eyes now. That's good. Carl says, I quit TikTok last year. I didn't know you were on it, Carl. Are you just focusing on YouTube? And Shirley says, if I get a choice, I'll pick well and happy too. Nice. Oh, it's Mahira says, Cat, I talked about Jack, that cage. Now I am out of ideas of what to talk about next. Are you trying to keep a number? Well, I'm just so glad you're here, Mahira. It's Mahira. And one day your name will just roll off my tongue easily. um, Let me pull up my laptop. Lisa, Shirley, I wish you much health and happiness always. Me too, Shirley. It's Mahira. The cage is Jack's, by the way. It's his bed when he's not on his real bed. Shirley says, North, I feel you just put me under your umbrella. Wow. You know, blessings. Lee is good at handing out blessings. It's Mahira says, yes, actually my name is not an English accent. That's why you're struggling with it. Oh no, Carl says Tina is going mad with someone at the moment. Oh no, I'm sorry. Lee says, I'm not fond of the crown numbers. We're all very equal in life. Shouldn't need numbers to be celebrated. I know it. I don't take it that seriously. I have a little fun with it sometimes. If not, I just don't pay attention to it. But I understand what you're saying, Lee. Here we go. I got it up. So I'm supposed to be doing stuff. It's Mahira has been here so much. Even though they don't have any content, I'm going to make it easy for it's Mahira to get around to the other channels. Oh no. It's Mahira says, okay, got it. Thanks for clearing it. I was about to believe that cage is actually for recently kidnapped newborn babies. I told you, that's way too much work. I would not, why would I punish myself like that? I love babies, but I love them when I can give them back to somebody. I love them when I pass them in the store and they smile at me and we share a secret little look. I love that. Oh, so many babies in the store, their moms are so busy shopping, they're not paying attention. So I love just connecting. Carlson said, the next person who upsets me better watch out. Okay, Carl. Hey, Carl, you said there was two yesterday, or there was two. Were you saying you made two videos yesterday? Lee says, Shirley, I keep everyone in my heart and mind. If I can bring blessings or a smile, my job is done. Lee from Magnetic North Adventure says, Carl, have you had any breakfast? I'm definitely going to enjoy an Irish breakfast soon. It's Mahir. I said, you made me a moderator? Yes, but we don't really use moderators here. I don't need you to moderate anything. I just want you to be able to click on somebody's name and go to their channel and check them out if you want. Shirley says, I'm grateful that God let me start today here. Thanks, Kat, for offering this space. You're welcome, and thank you for being a part of it, Shirley. Carl says, I don't eat breakfast at the weekend. Really? You just save that for the week. The Irish breakfast does sound good. Really? Oh my gosh. It's Mahira says, I have actually subbed to Yogi's channel, but I really don't get what that channel is about. And his accent was really hard to understand for me. He does have a really interesting accent, doesn't he? It comes out. But his channel, all about love. It's Yogi expressing love. Lee from Magnetic North Adventure says, okay, Carl, I'd be lost without breakfast. When I get an Irish breakfast, I'll film it to show how nice it looks. And make sure you tag Carl in it. Shirley says, Nick has a Sunday to celebrate the start of a new week. Oh, nice. We make them pretty wild looking to make his eyes happy. That's beautiful. I love that. It's Mahira says, yeah, but as you know, English is not my first language. I do. You know, it's Mahira. Sometimes I hang out in live streams and I don't understand a thing that's being said. And one of those is particularly Shahi's Kitchen. I love her. And she's so pleasant to just listen to. And I love her laugh. Oh my gosh. So sometimes you may not understand, but you just enjoy the energy of the live stream. Hi, William. Good morning. I was just thinking I hadn't seen you in a while. Not particularly here, just at Yogi's because I haven't spent a whole bunch of time 100% dedicated to his live streams because I've been working. How are you, William? It's Mahira says magnetic. I am from India. We have a lot of friends from India. We love you guys. Me from Magnetic North Adventures says, good morning, William. I hope you're well. Oh, Shirley says, I've been sitting here waiting for you, William. William says, I'm sorry to keep you waiting, Shirley. Good to see you this morning. Yeah, and Lee from Magnetic North Adventures says, India has a lot of history, places to see, and a lot of culture. Shirley says, I'm kidding you. Don't be scared of me. Carl says, I've no Indian friends. I'm sorry, you're really missing out. Lee from Magnetic North Adventure says, Mahira, will you ever have a channel? And it's Mahira says, yes, India has a very rich and diverse culture. William says, working is nice. I'm still trying to selectively mostly get work I would enjoy doing. How are you doing, Kat? I'm good. Thanks for asking, Lane. Maddie says, I have to hop off, Cat, and chat. Feeding kisses and much love from, I think it means sending kisses and much love from Scotland. But you could feed us kisses if you wanted to. Bye, Maddie. I love you. Thank you for hanging out. I missed you. Wayne says, I love Indian culture. I'm going to lose it. Sorry. Oh, my chat didn't feed. Oh, Maddie's feeding kids. I missed something you said, William. I'm sorry. It's my Harris's North. I used to have a channel about 2 years ago. I used to do gaming live streams there, but I got community guideline strikes from the game company and then I quit. Oh, that's unfortunate. Carl says, I'm not good after people upset me yesterday. I'm so sorry that happened to you, Carl. William says, hey, Maddie, good to see you. And what happened, Carl? All right, we were doing something. Yogi's got to change the name on stuff and confuse me. Trying to be different. Just teasing. Shirley says, I'm guessing that we who are foreign to India don't realize the diversity of cultures in that one country. That's true. I agree. Lee from Magnetic North Adventures says, Mahira, sorry for the setback. Never give up. If you ever start a new channel, there'll be many there to support you. Thanks for that, Lee. That's true. William says, Mahira, I used to do game live streams. I don't have a PC or console to stream anymore and didn't make any money from it. After 3 years, I had to give it up as I built unhealthy relationship with it. Lee from Magnetic North Adventure says, India, like the UK, has history many, many years way back, thousands of years. All right, now I'm going to type this. All right, I didn't check this. I'm just going to see what happened. I think I got it good. Did good. It's Mahira says North. Now I can't take the risk of starting a channel from scratch and give my time to it. It's really hard to make money from it. And now I am getting the responsibilities of my family. That's understandable. Carl says if I started a new channel, there'd be no one there. That's true too. At first, it just you know how that goes. We all started with no one there at first. William says I pretty much did and agreed it's hard starting over. Plus, other miscellaneous responsibilities starting to demand more attention even harder. Yeah. I admire people like Lucy and Yogi who spend so much time making that their focus. And Toy Pops. And that's why Lee from Magnetic North Adventure says, I understand Mahira. I only do YouTube for memories and not for making money. It's there so I can look back. It's Mahira, says William. I can understand it. There are a lot of creators in gaming, and it's really hard to achieve a good reach and engagement there. Lee says, Yay, Yogi's Link. I finally got to it. William says, I had no one for 3 years of near 18-hour days, but there is just generic streaming or entertainment streaming. I cannot be a character for that long, or even myself. Carl says, who's Toy Pups? Um, her channel name is Love Our Toy Pups 4. And Lee from Magnetic North Adventure says, Love Our Toy Pups is a cool chat channel. Carl? Food Court, good morning. How are you? Good to see you. Lee says, I think everyone would like Toy Pups channel. William says, even now I struggle with formulating ideas for content. I'd be regurgitating stuff other people have said and to a most likely blank screen, so what really would be the point? Or my other opinions. Food court says on we go. Good morning, food court. William says, which would likely create a bit of individual strife and conflict. I have wild views on politics and such. William says, oh goodness, another one that says on, lol. I enjoy it. On and on and on and on and on. If I could type back, I'd type back on also. Lee says, I guess as environmental channel and treasure hunting, every day is different. Yes, you do. You definitely, your name, Adventures, is appropriate for you. Oh my gosh, Carl, did I miss something? Carl says, I hate people missing add-on comments. Let me look. You know how important you are to me, Carl. I would not want to miss a comment from you, friend. You don't know that channel. You don't know Toy Pops. Oh, I think that's it. I'm sorry I missed that, Carl. I'm trying to get ready and trying to keep up with chat. On and on and on and on. That could be a song. William, that's your opinion. They're not annoying me. I appreciate it. Pick your battles, friend. There's too many things to get annoyed with in life. That was for me, by the way. Maybe they're trying to get a crown. I'd give you a crown if I could. Carl says I was on a channel yesterday and myself and Tina plus the host put 20 people out. Wow. That must have been a really, really busy channel. Was it a live stream? Yes, it sounds like it was a live stream. Lee says every comment helps channel growth and feeds the algorithm. Correct. Food Court says Carl Shell, I joined. I subbed to you. And they would like a sub back. It's Mahira says, why you were saying you guys don't have friends from India? Food Court is, I didn't say that. I said we have lots of friends from India. Shirley says some folks can only process a message from a certain way of communicating, so different messengers can deliver the same info that only half the listeners will grasp. It's Mahira said, oh, I misunderstood. And you're my friend from India. Even if there was nobody else, I have a friend from India. Thank you, Mahira. Yeah, Magnetic North says Food Court promotes, that's why the repeat message. Carl says, I don't. Yeah, you're the one who said you didn't have friends from India, Carl. Carl's very particular. Food Court may not understand a word of English, and all this is just like doesn't even know. Lee says I class Mahira as a friend also. Shirley, I don't know if I read your last one. It's already gone. I'm sorry if I did. But William says that's a good point, Shirley. But my premise for putting out content would be hopeful to eventually gain from it, and I do not feel value. Perspective shouldn't be prostituted. I don't like the channels that always say like, comment, sub, hit the bell, etc. It's a I just think we need to be careful with our opinions not to insult anybody else. It's Mahira says, thank you, Magnetic. It's Mahira. They just want to be seen. They want some subscribers. And when they do that, as a channel, they know adding anything to the chat is helpful to me. So I appreciate it. Carl says where I work. I'm not going to read that. Shirley says I have trouble with people who promote themselves overly too, William. Lee says every view or comment brings to channel and it's accepted here. It's Mahira is going to speak to food court in their tongue, and I appreciate that too. I know, William. I just want to tell you something that happened to me. Somebody I care about and really love, and I love their channel and I respect them, made a comment in an offhand way about channels and what they do, and it was something I was doing. And they said, I don't support channels that do such and such. And that kind of hurt my feelings a little bit. So I just try to be a little sensitive around things we're saying. Not always. Sometimes I slip and I open my big mouth. And if I don't like something, I just don't pay attention to it. The more attention I pay to it, the more I'm going to see things like that. Yeah, you got to remind people. It's a balance, Lee. You do it very well. Lee says, I admit I do say once in a video to like and comment as I love input and feedback. Carl says, I'm not appreciated here. I'm really, really sorry you're feeling that way, Carl. Carl, I forgot to tell you I love you. Carl, I love you so much. I'm sorry you're feeling that way, but I do love you. And I appreciate seeing you every morning. I would miss you if I didn't get to say I love you. Mahira, that's why I say if something's irritating to me, I try not to focus on it. Shirley says, William, I do wonder sometimes if the YouTube market is saturated. What do you think? Lee, I don't think you could. But if you did, it wouldn't be you. It would be me, right? William says, Mahira, I said that very thing in Yogi's channel. They were doing it almost 3 times as much and intentionally flooding out others' messages. Well, we're not that busy here. And if I miss a message, it's because I'm not focused completely on the chat, and I apologize. Lucy is sending her unicorn vibes, which I always appreciate and are always timely. Oh, Carl, here's your song too. I'm gonna make a song. On and on. Carl says they wouldn't do it on my channel. I know you have your boundaries, Carl, and they are respected or they are gone. Oh, Cat sometimes can't control herself, and she does let somebody know. Yesterday, I walked into a store, and they were very upset because nobody had been there yet. But it wasn't my store. I just fit to pitch in. And they were tapping their watches and complaining about what time it was. And these are managers I know and have had a relationship with, a good relationship, working relationship. Boy, I let them have it. I was like, is your boss being really tough on you? Because I've never known you to be so unkind. Lucy says, my unicorn vibes come in on the right time. Absolutely. William says, Shirley, I unfortunately agree. That's another fear. Oversaturation makes it harder to grow. It's a constant battle. I had to give up game streaming because, like I said, 18 plus hour days. Food Court says, Lucy, my best friend. Hello. Oh, Lucy just came back. That's right. Good morning, Lucy, William says. Lee from Magnetic North Adventure says, Mahira, would you mind if I send you a subscribe to stay connected? Shirley says, North, I'm with you on that one. I kid around too much and can offend others without meaning to. Lucy says, hello, food, and hello, William. She says, talking about awful things. LOL. I don't know if I missed something. Food Court says, Olay, everyone watch my new video, please. Food Court, I brought it up and I will watch it after I live stream. Okay, I'll watch your video later. It's Mahira said, sure, Magnetic, I'm already subbed to you. Carl says, I think I'll have to walk away. I'm sorry, Carl. Food Court says, bye, bye, bye. Bye, bye, bye. It's a song. Lee says, thank you, Mahira. I connected also. You are appreciated. If I missed anybody, I'm sorry. But you know what? It's 4:55. Lucy said, you said my unicorn vibes come in on the right time. Sounded like there was awful things to talk about. No. Not awful things. Got attention only in my own mind. Yeah, bye, bye, bye. I want to say it was Backstreet Boys, but maybe it was NSYNC. Who knows? Could you request 1 minute of my friends? Yes, for sure. We can do that. I'm going to lose my chat, but that's okay since we're so close. Good way to end. Thank you. Let's go, Angie. Yep. Carl says no one would miss me. I told you I would miss you, friend. Shirley says I need to comb my hair and brush my teeth to get ready for yogi. See you there. Thanks again, Cat and Chat friends. Thank you, Shirley. We'll see you there. You're so funny. Lucy with more unicorn vibes and says, William says, I'll see you there, Shirley, and thank you. And William says, I don't know who no one is. I lost it, Carl, but their loss. I would miss you. Lucy says, every channel is different. Like on mine, I allow spamming all the time. Yeah, she's I love and that's why Lucy has. Do you have like almost 30,000 followers or subs? Oh, crazy amount. Craziness, I tell you. Lee says, "Thank you, Kat. Peace, balance, and love to all." Carl says, "I'm none." What do you have none of, Carl? Breaking those chains, breaking those chains. 26,000. Lucy says, "I'm at 26.4, but I'm getting there to 30. You sure are." William says, "I have 70-ish, and already I can't keep track of everyone that happens." Yogi says, I don't know where he found that information at, that you top out at 3,000 people you can subscribe to. So what happens after that? I'd like to know. I wonder if they, because you have you ever found yourself unknowingly unsubscribed to somebody you were subscribed to? I've had that happen. I wonder if that's because you've already subscribed to too many people. Yeah, Lucy says, "Oh, I know I'm subbed to way more than the 3K. Carl says, "No one comes to my streams." That's not true, Carl. I know you have a core group of top mods that have your back. And I know you don't even go like going live streaming without your top mods, who are your friends and your subscribers. William says 10 seconds. "See y'all at Yogi's." It's Mahira says, "I'm sure they will just ruin the peaceful environment here." Lucy is sending you unicorn vibes, Carl. Lee says, "Bye all." Lucy says, "See you at Yogi's." To anyone who's left, especially my good friend Carl, I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. And I thank you for hanging out with me. I appreciate each and every one of you. I hope you have a wonderful day or evening, whatever it is for you. Bye, guys.